Mono red goblins are currently the second best deck in all of Best of One Standard, running something like a 58% win rate, just behind Selesnya Rabbits at 59%. I'm gonna make some changes to the deck we have here, and you're gonna hate them. And I'm sorry, but I can't help myself. Data-wise, the lowest performing cards of the deck are Krenko, Agatha Soul Cauldron, and Burst Lightning. Krenko because, well, we have 4/4 drops in a 22 land deck. We don't have any of the scrying power of the Rabbit's Quest Caller to kind of either help us hit the land drops or get rid of excess land drops. So 4/4 drops in a 22 land deck is a little bit more rough than you'd like it to be. Soul Cauldron is probably a low win rate because, well, it doesn't impact the battlefield. So if you happen to get lucky and you happen to have like a turn 1 Grease Wrench Goblin, and then turn 2 Soul Cauldron, and turn 3 draw a discard the Krenko, put the counter on the Grease Wrench Goblin. I don't know. Now you got it in the Cauldron. Like, you could do that at any stage of the game, but otherwise, unless you're getting a ton of value off the Graveyard Hate out of your opponent's graveyard, this is a card in your aggro deck that does not really impact the battlefield. So it can be good. If you throw the Engineer in there, you make a bunch of dragons. It can be good for sure, but there are a lot of scenarios where it's just not going to be good. And then Burst Lightning is interesting. There just doesn't really appear to be a big need for 2 damage removal spells right now. Just in terms of like the things you have to kill, it does not seem to be that big these days. So I'm about to butcher the deck. I'm sorry. You guys are going to hate me. If you know me, you already know what's about to happen. We are putting in whites because we're putting in the Knight Errant. Because I think the real power behind this deck is that we have double the amount of lords compared to anyone else, right? Rabbits only has their single 2-drop lord, the Quest Caller, and we have 8 copies, right? We have 4 of the Rundveldt Hordemaster and 4 of the Dropkick Bomber. So I think really what I want to do with this deck is play some creatures, Knight Errant, get a bunch more lords, and just outlord the opponent by playing as many lords as possible and pumping up all of our 1-drops. I took out the Cauldron, I took out Krenko. I know they're super fun. If you want to cut 2 goblins, you can put in a Soul Cauldron and a Krenko just for fun, but I want a lot of 1-drops to fuel my Knight Errant. Mana base is fine. We put in the dual lands here that we get for free. Cavernous Souls is free because we actually don't run any non-creatures. Secluded Courtyard is free again. We don't run any non-creatures. I think a single Soulstone Sanctuary is just fine. Yeah, and one of the reasons we can get away with this is because some of our creatures in this deck actually double as removal spells. So the Cacophony Scamp is a removal spell, essentially, that scales really well with our 8 lords, and the Stadium Headliner also is a scaling removal spell, depending on how wide we go. So I think we can get away without running Burst Lightning for sure, and even a really powerful 2-drop like Shelter by Ghosts. Hopefully, you know, if our creatures do all the things, it just helps us anyway. Gives us more targets off the Knight Errant and more things to pump off of the Lord. So here we go. We're running into Ranked Mythic Best of One Standard. I don't really remember where we are. I haven't checked this morning. And I know there are already tryhards, or diehards in the comments that are like, Mono Red Goblins is the best goblins. I know this because last time I played this, I got the same comment. And it's just what I want to run. Just what I want to do with it. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself. I just like the Knight Errant in this deck. I just do. I just do, man. Can't be helped. Let's see if we can find an opponent for us. Post-rotation. Apparently, Knight Errant is going, so maybe then you can convince me to play Mono Red Goblins, and maybe we'll get the Cauldron going. We're on the play. Sure, everything looks good here. Menace is good, because then we guarantee the attack into the Seer Slicer Goblin without getting penalized. It's Rakdos. Probably Rakdos Reanimator. Alright. Well, let's go as fast as we can. I don't know if they have any sweepers or not. Knight Errant showing up here. We want to attack with at least one of these guys, right? If we can. We could attack with one, go white, and then go, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Knight Errant. Could be okay. Okay. Let's do this. Actually, God, this is the card they want to kill. Let's do it like this. Okay, that's fine. Let's card the big guy. We go human here. Go Knight Errant. Try to get some 2-drop lords, maybe. Seer Slicer Goblins. Okay. Interesting. See if we have time to get there. Alright, so it's all coming down next turn. Atali as well. That's interesting. I can already hear the flames in the comments that we should run Soul Cauldron because in this specific scenario, you know, it happens to be better. I understand. I understand. Alright, double Goblino. So reanimate Atali. Probably get 2 more blockers, which is rough. Let's see if they have the turn 4 Zombify. They don't have to have it. If they ain't just dropping it here. Oh, they get the Arden too. The Arden make a copy of Atali, whatever that thing does. A 5/5 copy. They actually don't have the nuts here. This is big. Okay. This dude has Menace. That's all he's got. I think we're getting in with everyone. They can eat a Goblin if they want. Other creatures you control gain haste. That's not awful here either. Maybe we say that for next turn. Well, we could sack it and kill the Cruel Claw, actually. Maybe that's worth it. Sack the Scamp if they block, like, a Slicer or something. Alright, so we get in there. Exile cards to the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card by discarding a card instead of paying its mana cost. Oh my gosh. That's rough. We're starting lethal though, so they gotta block someone. And if they block there, we can sack the Scamp and kill the 3/3. Take the action. We don't have lethal, although we're very close. You may, if you do proliferate, okay, great, sure. That's fun. Wasn't really gunning for that, but I'll take it. Our opponent's at 2. We have a really wide board. Does this guy have lifelink? I feel like these guys have lifelink. Does this sucker have lifelink? Demons you control have lifelink. Alright, well, they didn't hit the reanimator. I guess we got a bit lucky they didn't hit their reanimator on turn 4. But, I don't know. Yeah, they don't deserve to have it every game, right? There gotta be some games where they don't have the nuts. Okay. Brian Johnson, 1570. Brian Johnson is my favorite person on earth, but not this guy. You're probably great too, but Brian Johnson is a health nut longevity guru who I'm always very interested in anything he has to say. Anyway, Brian Johnson says, loving the intros to these best of 1 videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Galkin for the win. I don't think people care as much about the cards rotating like EOS. I'm pretty sure people want to see new decks without the rotating cards. Okay. We're on the draw with a 1-lander and a bunch of 1-drops. It's kind of okay, right? Kind of. Man, you know, if we don't hit that second land, I think we're pretty sad. We do have the Seer Blizzard Goblin. We'll give it a go. We got a couple draws to hit a land. It's not my ideal hand, but it could be okay here. Oh baby, Merfolk versus Goblins. Alright, fast land. Lovely. I think we'll still go for Menace here. Yeah, they might play a 2/2. Maybe we want to play this guy instead. I think we're more likely to be able to attack with the Seer Slicer Goblin trigger. Okay, is that a crew 1? Oh man, that is going to be difficult to attack through. Well, there goes that plan. Crew 1, a 3/4. Guess we'll just double spell here instead. Oh, attacks into the 3/4 schooner. Lifecraft engine. Alright. That's crew 3. Are we doing anything? We're just chilling. I think we're just chilling and holding back 3/4 to block us. Alright, you can be Goblin. Well, Menace is pretty good here. House Squad Heavy is okay. Make a free Goblin every turn. I think we'll just start doing this. We have 2 guys with Menace here. Menace 1, Menace 2. Should be good to go. Go to 16, speed up to 2. Let's keep track of the speed. Maybe we get a big heavy turn. Max speed at 1 red for each goblin you control. Could be useful. Alright, Merfolk. Land on top to hand. Schooner getting in there. Swing for 4. No blocks by us. Into the Floodmaw on top. Yeah, no blocks. We keep our lords around. So they could flash in something and crew make this a 4/4, I think is what I'm worried about here. So I don't know that we... I don't know that we attack with the bomber per se. If they want to eat the goblin, I don't think I'm that sad. I think both Bastronauts still good to get in here. I think it's still lords. Alright, these guys, the Menace guys, are all good to go. I think they're going to flash in something, like I said. We're pretty close to finding lethal, especially because we have the dropkick bomber, right? Jump block? Okay, they're going to X and then draw some cards. They have 2 Merfolks. Unless they crew with the engine? It's just 2, right? Okay. Okay. Point it down to 10. Not too shabby. Till end of turn, another target goblin you control gains flying, and when the creature does combat damage, sacrifice it. I don't think they're attacking here. Okay, I think just both Bastronauts and then Seer Slicer Goblins after combat. We don't quite have lethal, right? We're 1 off. I think we're okay not overextending. I think we're doing really well here. They still might flash in something interesting. Bounce you is okay. Also, we can turn on Double Strike next turn with the Bastronaut, potentially. Alright, to 7 is big. Speeds up to max, which is also interesting. If we do this, we'll have 4 goblins. We can make 4 more mana and cast our entire hand, right? Uncounterable as well. I guess let's start with like this. In case they can like interact once it's already down. This guy have haste? Hold on, I might have fucked that up. Other goblins you control have haste. That was my bad. I think this guy does not have haste, right? Okay, that was my bad. We're gonna go for... Ooh, that was a little bit whiff there. Okay, we'll just get the Seer Slicer down, I think, then. And we'll take the mana for next turn. I don't know. That was a whiff on my part. This guy does not have haste, so we cannot post-combat this turn drop both goblins. I thought we were about to drop our entire hand. That was not the case. I think we still got the win. I mean, they need a lot of blockers. We have a lot of attackers. Attack with both Bastronauts and still pump with Double Strike, which is very rough in terms of blocking for the opponent. We could also Knight Errant. Yeah, we just kind of have them every which way here. But yes, the heavy itself does not have haste and does not give itself haste. So that was a mistake. KB, then some numbers, says, wow, first opponent's playing Cookies? In this meta? I feel like Cookies hasn't been good / meta for a while. Months? Years? 9 months? I don't know. I wasn't really playing best of 3 back then. Eric Torres says, 2 minutes and 15-second mark for the Rabbits deck. Don't you think Requisition Raid would work best for this deck instead of Shelter by Ghosts? Like you said, at some point the ward is not enough, and the danger of a spell entering again is too great in my opinion. Requisition Raid works very, very well for Azorius artifacts, as it can destroy artifacts. It can destroy enchantments and can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature, which fits perfectly with this deck's theme. I will think about that. This isn't that bad, because we can go turn 3 Knight Errant. Even though, like, it's way too many lands for a 22 land deck. Yeah, we're on the draw. I might hit another playable 2. Like another 1-drop or 2-drop. Not that bad. Even that's okay. Opponent on Azorius something. I'm going to assume artifacts till proven otherwise. As opposed to... I used to assume Omniscience till proven otherwise. They're stuck on white, though, which is good for us. See if there's a little flash spring load saw blade thing. There's not. We don't hit a 2-drop. Sadly. Alright, so there is the saw blades. Coming in on their turn, which is a little interesting. Do they know about the Knight Errant? I don't think so. Okay, I think we get the heavy going. Generate as many attackers as we can per turn. Heck, that's 17. Snare the heavy away. Okay. This can still be Goblin. Yeah, that's fine. And next turn we can figure out some combination to Knight Errant. Not sure if we'll do 2 or 3 creatures. Maybe just 2? Yeah, maybe just do 2. Looking like maybe another snare here. Yep, tap out for another snare. They're going for 1/1, but we're about to get a big reload. I think the Bastion's interesting. Okay. What's the most things we can do per turn here? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh man, we're so close to just killing them, right? I don't know if they're gonna have Day of Judgment though, you know? I think we just set up this turn and take them out next turn. Auto pay just the 1 white. Leave 1 open for another 1-drop if we can hit it. You are 1-drop, and we could just honestly let's just double spell with these guys, right? I think it's even better. It's close. It's close. We'll take these guys as the reload. Maybe they have a sweeper. Who knows? I mean, they need a hell of a next turn here. Collected Company into... Even Temporary Lockdown wouldn't do it. That certainly is not going to do it. Goodbye. Hello. Hello, hello. You say goodbye. I say hello. I mean, this is overkill. Goodbye. Good night, sweet prince. Fortnite Mythic. Requisition Raid. I want to say this is like a white plus X plus X plus X optionality spell. I think you've already described it. But Shelter picks off any creature. So like in the mirror, they have a 10/10 trample rabbit. You know, you can pick that off, which can really change the state of the game. Like a little 1/1 counter doesn't do that. Destroy artifact or enchantment doesn't do that. Even against mono black, like again, that's the matchup where it's the worst against, one of the worst matchups. But even still, you can like, yeah, it's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. Even then, you know, you can take a 6/6 demon token as a great pick off, and you know, if they happen not to have removal lined up, Picking off any other big creatures is pretty big. Generically just very good. What with a single tick here? I guess we got the engineer down. El Papucho is the standard bearer, rank 85 Mythic. El Papuchino. El Papuchito. Are we true Azorius control? Don't know. Sadly, we don't have our big counter spell land. I mean, we really do want the heavy to resolve. They could also run, I think we're just slamming here before combat. You just don't know. It's unfortunate if they no more lies it, because then the temporary lockdown next turn's a really good follow-up. Yeah, too bad, too bad. If we happen to have the Cavern of Souls, we'd be super happy right there. That'd be huge. Because now if they go land temporary lockdown, which is very sad. And we can rebuild, but it is a tough road from there. It's a tap land, so it's no lockdown this turn, which may actually be better for them. Because we deploy a lot of 1-drops here. It's also not so good. Yeah, we could... Oh, gosh, you think they're going to lock down us? Is the question. There's nothing we can do about that. We could play an engineer and then like give it haste instead of blowing the rest of our hand. Maybe a little bit better. Opponent with maybe another no more lines here. But if they have a lockdown, I don't think you blow that. Let it resolve. Other creatures you control gain haste. Alright, let's give the other engineer haste. And I'm still very worried about this lockdown coming. Okay, give him heck. Swing for 6. Get lost. Okay, they may or may not have lockdown. Unclear. They could just do it to save some life into the lockdown. We don't know. Pass to us. I think we'll use at least one map token here. It's actually not a bad card in general. It's a huge threat for the opponent. I think we just want to hit more land, though. That's interesting. I mean, this late game is just a menace, right? 2 lands, and it's swing for 6 out of nowhere. I think we're just going to try that land, though. Let's give it one more go here, I think. Cool, next land is nice. All right. Have we already used? No, we haven't used this one yet. Okay. Give the headliner haste. Again, I'm kind of holding back a little bit versus the sweeper. 7 damage. A lot of damage to present. Opponent eats it all. Yeah, it's interesting. Drops to 4. So we can go... If we hit one more land, we could actually give both the scamps haste, and that would be lethal. If we happen to top deck the land for the last red source. I'll have to ask. Alright, no death triggers, which is interesting. We actually hit the land here. I think we got him. Goblin. Other creature you control gain haste. That'll actually do it. As long as you have 1 red open. Auto pay. Other creatures gain haste. Attack for 2 and fling for 2 more. Bop bop. Take action. Confirm. Good game. All right, El Papuchito. Just barely got there. 42 Mythic. Having a beautiful day today. So yes, I would not run Requisition Raid over Sheltered by Ghosts. Sheltered by Ghosts has been one of the best cards in Standard for a long time, and you know, when I did my little collab vid with Gobbler, like that was one of our banned cards because it just warps the game so much. If you're the person who shelters and the other person doesn't have it, like often that is just the game right there. It's pretty ridiculous. So it's a very good card. I would not cut it for a requisition rate. Tobias, 97 Eater Yurt. I've been playing against rabbits a couple times and never lost to it. Not even once. I don't know how this deck strikes such a high win rate, but against control, this deck is completely lost. Actually, that is very correct. I think the matchup versus control is, well, let's go check it out. I want to say it's like a 40% win rate on the side of the rabbits. A few stats. And then they changed the UI. How do I do this? Oh, opponent matchups. Okay. So the worst matchup is versus Jeskai control at 40% win rate, and then second worst is Azorius control at 43% win rate. So yes, control is going to be its best. We're on the play. It looks fantastic. We keep this. It's Katosin. Katosin with the mull 2/6. I guess Headliner's a little bit more damage here. For now. Interesting. Well, they can't kill it, I guess, if we Horde Master instead. Or we can just scale with the Goblin, but I guess we try to keep everyone alive if we can. Here comes a 2/2. And a 1. So I guess they're roots, right? And we don't have any Soul Cauldron, so we can't combat that. Roots is already on the battlefield. Alright, let's see if we just lose next turn, I guess. Heavy before combat, maybe? The mana could matter. We want to name human here, I suppose. Alright. Go get him, boys. Come on. We need him not to win next turn. He takes a chump block here. Alright. So he's already got a way to fish it out of the graveyard. Maybe. Maybe she's still alive. I don't know. Soul Cauldron ready to go. Okay, that actually didn't do it all. Other creatures have haste. Oh my gosh, we're about to hit you pretty hard here, friend. I don't think we take the time to Knight Errant. I think we try to get him dead if we can right now. That's a lot of damage. It's a lot of Goblinos. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh, we're going all the way, baby. 35 Mythic. Unrelenting. So as much as you may or may not like the fact that I took out Krenko, the most beloved card of all time, whatever it is, I don't think you can deny that 22 land decks with a lot of 4-drops is not always going to leave you optimal. We've had some pretty nice curves. Even some 1-landers have been fine. 2-landers have all been fine. We don't have to cast all our stuff. And your hand's just going to be a little bit more clogged with some Krenkos in there. And, you know, the Soul Cauldron is dead until it isn't, but a lot of times it is dead, so you don't have to run Knight Errant. If you want to run Mono Red because you love Mono Red and you're a diehard Mono Red Goblin fan, fine. Don't run Knight Errant. But I don't think you need to be running 22 lands with 4 Krenkos. That doesn't feel like optimal to me. Bartimeus. On the draw, it is acceptable. There's no 2-drop though. Everything else is fine. Potentially Vivi? Who else is sleight of handing these days? Luckily we got the Cavern of Souls in case that matters, but if it's Vivi, it probably doesn't matter. We shall see what happens here. True mono blue so far. Could even be like a terror deck, I suppose. We hit the 2-drop. Into the Goblin, uncounterable. Very nice. Thank you, Chad, on the back end, making sure I got those sweet draws. Appreciate that. It's uncounterable. They can bounce the 1/1. That's all they can do, though. Floodmaw. Alright, so I'm thinking Tolarian Terror shenanigans. Nothing here. Again, we can go uncounterable Goblin. We could go uncounterable Human, actually. Just in case we need that later in the game. And I think we'll get the heavy going. If they allow us. Bounce the Horde Master? What are we doing here? Dude's over it. Double Cavern of Souls. Not having it. Does not want to see a lick of that game. It is nice that as a freebie include, especially in my version, we run no Burst Lightning. I mean, you could probably still run 4 copies with Burst Lightning, but since there's nothing but creatures, you do get the freebie 4 of Cavern of Souls. Guaranteed. It's very nice. Would have been huge in that Azorius control game we played. That on turn 2 or whatever would have been quite good for us. Man, we're just cruising. We'll hit a losing streak at some point, but so far it hasn't happened. Karsten62 says Esper Origins might be the most surprisingly powerful card of the set for me. I mean, I immediately thought it would be good, but not this good. And there are so many decks that will be happy about surveilling stuff into the grave. It very much has a lot of the same things going for it that were cited as reasons they banned Beanstalk. When you cast it for its flashback, you get a body, and it immediately replaces itself. If they send a kill spell at the body, then they are -1 in card advantage, because you already got another card to your hand off the first chapter. If they let you have the body, then it ramps you when it untaps, and even against aggro, it has built-in life gain to buy you enough time to stabilize. Yes, and I'll add that against aggro, the 2 life is now relevant, whereas before with Monstrous Rage Double Strike, 2 life wouldn't do anything. That also helps. We're on the play. It's okay with me. It's okay with you guys. We'll keep it. Let's go Uncounterable Goblin, I suppose. That's fine with me. We'll get the speed started. Okay. Not sure what the opponent's doing yet. Fast land. Alright. Sure. Well, we have a really nice follow-up here. That one's good too. I guess that's generally better, right? We had 3 damage if we do the other path. This one just adds 1, but I feel like going as wide as possible is generally pretty good. To the face. Decline all triggers. Decline. Decline. Let's see if they Perilous Snare again. Nope. I mean, we're going to hit them crazy hard this turn, so they better have the follow-up of Century next turn. We go Hasty Bomber off the heavy. Pump the entire board. Alright, you can beat Goblin again. I mean, this is going to be a mess. We might even have Lethal off the Scam. We'll have to see. If we drop him to 4, then that is game. Oh yeah, that's game. Whew. Nasty, nasty Goblins. Take the action. Scale up. Damn. Oh. Wow. I guess so, yeah. Damn. I feel like it starts slowly, but boy. By turn 3 or 4, this deck is cooking. A single Lord, a single Heavy really scales that damage a lot. Yeah, Esper Origin's been sweet. That's probably got to be my favorite card these days. Not that I'm like not excited to build a deck around it, but when I see it in my hand, I'm always pretty hyped. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, let's go. Esper Origins, card sweet. Definitely very powerful. Mark Madison says, merch ideas. Thank you, Chad, or damn it, Chad Sickers. Yeah, I like that. You go first. Great. Good stuff. Good stuff all around. No complaints. Alright, this can be Goblino. Scamperini. Hired Claw. Yeah, we still attack into this. Can always trade. You want to trade? You want to take it? We can trade. That's fine. Touching those lands. Alright, no trades. Decline. Once we get the bomber down, it's now a can now trade with a 4-drop or 2 drops, which is really good. Assuming we are able to hit that land eventually. No attacks on my side. Now you got it. Oh, they're also running whites. That's interesting. I guess Boros Burn. Oh, baby. Interesting. Interesting. That's a huge top deck for us. Continue to name Goblin. Drop the Bomber, make the Scamp nice and chunky, I guess. This is a free block. Maybe we hold that one back then. I don't think I'm gonna block this Scamp here. Oh, you want to? Okay. Oh, it doesn't die. Oh, you only get to do it if it dies. My bad. Okay, we should attack with both. Only deals combat damage to a player. Yep, that's my bad. That's bad. Could deal sack it and deal 2 damage to anything. X number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. Okay. Alright, so now there's 4 creatures with power 2 or less. Now there's 5 creatures with power 2 or less. No attacks though. Getting spooky. It's actually a lot of damage, isn't it? Could be 7 creatures with the headliner. Well, pretty sure we're doing this still. Triple block a lot of stuff. I think we're just getting in there. Do we get in there with the goblins? Kind of the last question. It takes a lot of blocking. I think everyone's basically getting in there here. It's exactly lethal, so at least one has to block. A single chump there. Drop to 4. We could deal 3 damage to any target, including Arabella, which is interesting. I mean, if they were gonna get back in the game, I guess that would be it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, maybe we can take out Arabella here. We can always dropkick Bob next turn, right? Let's just clear this sucker out. They're over it. Alright, they don't want to see the rest of that. Fair enough. Rank 30 Mythic. Goodness gracious. What was the mistake we made in here? Damn, I don't even remember what we did. Oh yeah, you only get to fling it if you deal combat damage to a player. Could not fling it after just bouncing off another creature. Forgot about that. Jeez Louise, this deck is just nasty, nasty, nasty. I mean, I don't think we've had that many hard opponents. Like, one game versus Rabbits where they're on the play and they go turn 1, 1 drop, turn 2 Lord, turn 3 Lord. We're gonna be like, alright, well, we probably lost. Unless we can have a similar draw. Similar or better. I mean, that is the best deck in the format. And it'll be even better against us, too. Because some of their 2 drops will just be random 2-mana 10-10s, and that's not the same thing. It's not the same fight. We're on the draw. Looking good. We'll keep this. Azorius enchantments, maybe? Maybe got some shelters, too. Here's a fast land. Probably just get the speed started. Maybe go Seer Slicer Goblin next turn. Menace, but not first strike yet. You got it? I mean, the big question is, do they suit up someone big? Oh gosh, what are they going to do here? I don't even know, man. Are they going to flash in a 2-drop and eat my poor goblin? I think it's fine if they do. It's not going to be a 2-2, right? It'll be like a 2-1, if anything. What are we doing here? Nothing? Alright. I don't know. Okay, goblin. Shut off that counter spell. Alright. Do we get to move to end step? We do. So who knows? Who knows if they had anything? Who knows if they had a counterspell? I do not know. Bro, what is going on today? Maybe they have counterspells. Maybe they're weird Azorius Flash counterspells and they just 1 Cavernous Soul is enough to make them scoop. That is an interesting incentive to play this deck. The 4 of Cavernous Souls apparently is knocking out some people very quickly. Goodness gracious, I don't even know what our record is. I feel like we've won at least 10 in a row. Jamrick Slow says, I like the green-white Gear Hulk over Knight Errant, presumably in the green-white Rabbits deck. Errant can whiff, sometimes whiff. Yeah, but what are our... Yeah, I mean... Okay, yeah, but the Knight Errant is often a 0 mana play, right? Curve out, 1, 2, 3, tap everything, and get the Knight Errant for free. That's the difference. Gearhulk, you need 4 mana specifically. You're already competing with other 4-drops, right? There already is the excellent 4-drop Rabbit Lord / Rabbit Producer. So enough space. I also like the Green White Gearhulk. I think that's one of my favorite cards, if not my favorite card from Aether Drift. But Knight Errant just does it better. It's just cheap. It's 0 mana. We're on the draw. Looks good. Anthony, New York City. Takes the Mull to 6. It's got some sleeves. Takes the Mull to 5. Rough life. My guess is mono white life gain. We're gonna find out. Okay. Let's see if they let us attack. We do get the attack off. Saw blades. Alright, okay. That's fine with me. Goodbye. Goblino. Turn 3 off the Mull to 5. It's made by Tome. It's not a synth. It's a little bit slow. Looks like it's just a bomber on our side. We could Knight Errant, but I don't think we need to yet. Stick for 1 mana. They have the Tome Scry if they really want it. They do take it. 1 top. Uh-oh. That's not great. Okay. Opponent drops a 15. We make another 1/1. See if they have a nice sweeper here. Scry 1 to the top, 2 nothing. Interesting. I almost want to do nothing and power up the Sanctuary here or something. Or we could tap 2 to Knight Errant this turn, I guess. Could be something else we could do. Tap 2, use 3 mana, I guess. Okay. Okay, reload. Alright, I mean, we'll see if they even run any sweepers or what. I don't know. We got a Day of Judgment for us. Split up. X doesn't kill everyone. All tapped creatures. Alright, so we keep a couple things here, interestingly enough. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage presented, and name a jewel. I mean, that's not bad either. I think it's just double Seer Slicer Goblin. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. Double Goblin here. Another Scry. Looking to get that 4 life. One bottom, drop to 6. Speed up to max, which could be relevant. We'll find out. Huge Goblin reload. Okay. It's gotta be another sweeper. We can still engineer, give the Horde Master haste. Number 1. It's not that impressive, but it is something we can do. Nope. Multi 5 though. Just an absolute bloodbath today. Oh my gosh. What the hell? I think we're only even like, what, like 40 minutes to the video? We haven't even... I don't think we've been sniffing an hour yet, are we? Maybe we got 1 or 2 more, I don't know. Just annihilating standard right now. 44 minutes, yeah, we got like 1 or 2 more, and then we'll call it. Ideally, we can go undefeated on the day. We'll see. That's unlikely. Statistically unlikely, but we have yet to stumble. Working Class Hero 86, as I saw a couple Golgari mid-range decks did all right recently on MTGA Goldfish. Any chance we could see those from you? Yeah, totally. I'll be down. I've been enjoying a couple best of 1 things recently. I was liking the best 3 to best 1 conversion, but it felt like someone needed to address the best decks in Standard. We're on the play. No 1-drop. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I guess I don't just show him that yet, do we? We'll hold this open as if we have Burst Lightning. Maybe it'll make them play around it. I don't know. Nope, doesn't matter. Okay. Alright. Goblin is good. Probably just get this guy down here. Who knows how it'll shape up? I mean, he's one of the best cards to have down. He's not doing as much damage as the Engineer, but as for Origins, we were just talking about that. Alright. Let's see how this goes. We're a little bit slow. We don't quite have to land. No. Okay, that's all we got. A little bit lackluster on our side. To the face. 21. Still not hitting land. One land would let us Knight Errant, which could be interesting. One land would let us Bastronaut and Knight Errant, which would be very nice. Human Fenrir. Alright, they're ramping up. The question is, do they have sweepers? Because if not, we can take our time. We do not hit the land, which sucks. However, we can give +1 and a haste, which is not bad in this situation. Can you get lands off of this? No, just goblins. Okay. So it's just the menace and the 4/4 then. Take the chump. Alright. That makes me think maybe there is a sweeper coming. Could be our first loss of the day. Tap land. Alright, you got a Day Judgment or what? We just don't know. Nope, it's a 4/4 though. It's big boy. So we could Knight Errant here. If we drop kick Bomber, we do get to attack through. Oh, they've summoned Bahamut down there. Alright. So if they go right into... well, we really only have one play, I think. And then we have to Knight Errant. I don't know if we can win through a Bahamut, but I guess we gotta try. Yeah, no point in doing anything else here. Just a little bit tight on land this game. But at least we have Knight Errant and not Krenko, right? 2 picks. That's what we got. The game is not over. If they go right into Yuna, reanimate, yeah, I mean, we're sad, but it's not over. We do have a lot of creatures, in general. We will see if we can outscale them. It's possible. As for Origins, again, because it depends how clean their graveyard shenanigans are. Like, those are both great cards, but at least they don't impact our side of the battlefields. Alright, here comes a 9/9. It's about to get interesting. Offers the trade. No, I think we want every creature we can to next Knight Errant, right? Next turn they get +2/+2 and trample. How much is that? Oh god, that's so bad, right? It's all lifelink. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. It's actually pretty much lethal, actually. Huh. We might have to do this because we're gonna get Bahamut, right? It's rough. It is rough. They're gonna be able to reanimate the sucker anyway, though, right? It's not ideal. No, actually, the sorcery. Feels like the trample is rough. Alright, here comes Bahamut. Okay. Top card library. It's a goblin. You may cast it. It's a land. Too bad. Oh, all right. Well, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. Bahamut's got flying too. That's fun. Okay. No attacks. Thank you. Still stuck on 2 land. Am I right? Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. Looks like you may nab our only loss of the day here. Just got a little bit tight on land. I do think the match would be more interesting if we actually had land. Like, we do have some crazy scaling capabilities. We have triple bombers, and the heavy, and the Knight Errant. We have no ability to block the flyer, though, which is tough. Also, we're going to lose to, like, turn 4 of this thing, too. We'll let it play out. I mean, we got nothing, man. take it all. I don't know. It's probably not worth the chump. Take 12? Up to 5. It's feeling futile. Who are they getting back this time? Hauntwoods? Sure. Alright, we finally hit the next land. It's too little too late. We have no ability to block flyers. So, alright. You don't need to be a dick about it. Actually, you can make someone a flyer, can't you? We don't have enough mana to do all that. So, yeah, I guess we're good. I guess we're good here. Okay. Alright. Well, we hit 1 loss on the day, but otherwise just absolutely annihilated. And our 1 loss was Titan Land. Still ranked up from like 75 Mythic to 33 in an hour. Not too bad. We got nothing to complain about. We had a really fortunate and wonderful run today. It's okay to lose too. So, thoughts on the deck. I know, you guys are going to be mad. You want mono red goblins. I think you could see from an hour of gameplay why having 4 drops in your 22 land deck might not always serve you the best. I think you can imagine why, sometimes Agatha's Soul Cauldron, including in that most recent match, might be useful, but also some matches is going to do absolutely nothing and not really facilitate your game plan. And it's only a 2 of. It's not like you're guaranteed to have it in the graveyard matchups. You could still run it and never draw it against the matchups you need because you're only running 2. First Lightning, there were really almost no targets today, right? I'm still of the mindset that, yeah, people are just going big or going home. So I don't think you need this one. If you disagree with the Cauldron, fine. If you want to run a Krenko, fine. I don't really think you need Burst Lightning these days. What I ran instead is my favorite thing to do. It's the Knight Errant with the Goblins, I know, but it's really solid. I'll leave it with my camera, but yeah, I think it's great. The mana base is super easy to put together. You get the freebie for Cavern of Souls, which decimated several opponents today. Secluded Courtyard is also a freebie. It's only an uncommon. A Sanctuary is fine, and then the fast land or the dual lands here is just fine. And Engineer is probably the card you most want to cut. Like, this is for the most part a random 2 mana 2/2, but if we ever see a Goblin come out in a subsequent set, that would be nice to replace. And the Grease Wrench Goblin is also probably on the chopping block. Bastronaut on 1 with Menace, guaranteeing the free attack into Goblin, was very relevant all of today. We never got to see it go crazy late game, but late game you got like 6 lands and you pump 6 mana into it, and then you have a 4/4 double strike Menace. Does end games on the spot. Scamp and Headliner are both creatures that double leverage rule spells. And that's really nice because you want your creatures to scale up off your lords, and you want to be able to use your creatures to convoke for Night Errant. So, that's good. If you wanted to cut 2 Grease Wrench Goblins, you could cut it for like a Soul Cauldron and a Krenko if you really want that in the deck. I also think Painter Studio could be interesting as well. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We absolutely crushed it today, which is nice. And yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.